Andrew Ravens here of ravensnewspost.com for your WWE Monday Night Raw October 12th, 2015 results. This show took place from Chicago, Illinois. And my quick thoughts on it, I apologize for the vibration of the sound. My quick thoughts on this is that it was a solid show with good wrestling and storylines all over the place. Yeah, all over the place. So we kick things off with the Authority on the phone with Kane. Backstage, Kane is informed that the Authority will not be appearing on the show as they are having some travel issues and that Kane is in control for tonight, or in power for tonight. Dean Ambrose kicked off the in-ring action, or in-ring segment, as they always like to open up with a promo. Basically, this is what happened, y'all. Dean Ambrose cut a promo about how he wants and is looking for a fight. This led to Randy Orton coming out there and said, look, the Authority just told me, which is funny because they're not there, that he and Ambrose will be taking on Luke Harper and Braun Strowman at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view in a tag team match, which is what we've been reporting for several weeks now. So, whatever. This led to the New Day walking out, and they cut a promo back and forth about how they took out John Cena and Dean Ambrose last week, as well as they put the Dudley Boys into the retirement home, which was a good promo. Kane popped up on the Titantron and booked a tag team match between the four of them, which a good opening segment, I will say. The New Day was priceless on this. Orton was very good. Ambrose was good. I didn't really have a problem with this opening segment. It was an opening segment, no big deal. It led to a good match that ended up seeing the New Day win with a roll-up. And then we went to a Divas match. Nikki Bella went over Naomi. I thought it was a good match for what it was. I noted this on Twitter. You can follow us at Ravens News Post, at Ravens News Post, I should say, that the finish was unnecessary because they had a good, decent match, which other way you would like to put it. Some thought it was decent, some thought it was good, whatever. The only thing was that there was a distraction roll-up finish, and it didn't really make sense. Just because the finish didn't really match the match quality and the story that they were telling at the time because they were going back and forth. U.S. Open Challenge, John Cena defeated Dolph Ziggler to retain the U.S. Championship. Once again, Cena has the match of the night each and every Monday night on Raw. The Dudley Boys went over the Ascension in a squash match. Sheamus and King Barrett went over Neville and Cesaro. It was what it was, as this match was just a basic tag team match. I did think that Neville and Cesaro had a very good chemistry, and they worked well in the ring. And I even mentioned this on Twitter as well, that I would not mind seeing them as a full-time tag team. However, I do not see WWE doing that. Sheamus is where he is right now. He brings no significant meaning to holding the Money in the Bank briefcase. King Barrett, Neville, and Cesaro's there. I was actually surprised that Cesaro worked Raw because he has not worked Raw or SmackDown in quite some time. Roman Reigns cut a promo in the ring, hyping his match with Bray Wyatt at the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. The crowd ate him alive. It seemed like he was not losing track of what he was trying to say, but the crowd definitely got to him, and he was kind of all over the place. I still don't understand why WWE decides to put him in the middle of the ring and cut a promo. I thought that he's not a bad promo. He's not a great promo. He's a good promo on good nights. He's improving tremendously. You'll have some that will crap all over him, which is their decision. However, he is getting better, and you can see each and every time he's cutting a promo that he's getting better. But he's kind of in the Ryback situation as far as you really don't want to put him out in the ring in front of a live audience and cut a promo just because they're going to crap all over him because that's what they like to do. They're more suited for a backstage segment, kind of the old 1980s to 90s promos, and that's where they really, really shine. This set up a match between he and Braun Strowman. Reigns went over via countout after hitting a Superman punch to Strowman. This is where things kind of took a dark hill, and this is kind of the 9:15 Central Time, 10:15 Eastern Time segment. Ryback went over Rusev with a shell shock. It was a nothing match. After the match, Summer Rae broke up with Rusev and calls him a bastard because he's a cheater. I also mentioned on Twitter that Vince McMahon needs to get a dictionary because obviously the meaning bastard does not mean a cheater. It didn't make sense as far as them trying to explain the Lana Rusev storyline, the engagement, why they had to acknowledge the TMZ report. If that's what they wanted to do, which is what they did, which is fine, I have no problem with it. However, they didn't explain why they got back together. And I know Lana did an interview with WWE.com, and she kind of explained it, but not really. Summer Rae had meaning for the breakup, but there was no real reason as far as, one, why are these two people back together after hating each other for a month and a half? Two, where is Lana? And three, why should I care? And that was a problem with this segment. Kevin Owens went over Kalisto in a singles match. It was what it was. It was a little bit sloppy, but Owens continues to show his dominance as a heel. He is bringing a solid to building up prestige to the IC Championship, and it's pretty good things to see. These Divas Tag Team match was god-awful. Basically, Brie Bella and Alicia Fox went over Charlotte and Becky Lynch, and Brie hit a diving drop kick for the win, which is a move that she usually just hits in her comeback. So the finish made no sense just because she doesn't have a finisher, and the finish that they used is usually something that she doesn't even pin her opponent on. It's kind of like when Roman Reigns does his drive-by on the apron. Imagine that, and he just pins the person. That's what I could best describe that spot as. It just doesn't fit as a finish. However, they went with that, and it is what it is. And then the Authority told Kane via telephone that he could not be wrestling Seth Rollins in a lumberjack match in the main event. So Kane said, no problem, I'll get a replacement. Lumberjacks come out, Rollins comes out, and Demon Kane comes out. This ends up Kane hitting a tombstone on Rollins for the win. Kane stood over Rollins to close the show. That wraps up Monday Night Raw. Like I said earlier, it's a so-so show. It had really good action. The storylines did not advance whatsoever. You could make an argument that they decreased. And that's where WWE is going from this point on. It will be very interesting to see what they do with the go-home show. I did feel like they were kind of holding back as far as the quality of the show, but you could also make the case that the quality of the show has been down for quite a bit of time. They go into the October 19th, 2015 edition of Raw from Dallas, Texas. Like I said earlier on the audio news update, that Ric Flair, Taker, Lesnar, Heyman, a bunch of names are coming back for that show, so that should be interesting. There's rumors going around as I'm recording this that Steve Austin may not be appearing on Raw next week, which is interesting because he has a podcast interview with Brock Lesnar on the WWE Network after Raw goes off the air. I'm going to find more into this before posting on ravensnewspost.com. But more on that on the site, so definitely check out for that. But this is your audio result show for the October 12th, 2015 edition of WWE Monday Night Raw. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Let us know what you thought of this show in the comment area below, and we will speak with you next time.